Have you ever heard of a place so cursed, so drenched in death, that even the bravest visitors feel an invisible weight pressing on their chest the moment they walk in? A place where serial killers once slept, where dozens of people took their own lives, where one woman's final moments were captured on camera, leaving the entire internet disturbed, confused, and obsessed. This isn't fiction. This isn't folklore. This is the story of a very real place in Los Angeles. This is the story of the Cecil Hotel, towering over downtown LA since 1924. The Cecil Hotel was once a glamorous symbol of early 20th century ambition. Its marble lobby, stained glass windows, and grand staircase promised luxury to businessmen and tourists flocking to the city of dreams. But the dream didn't last. The Great Depression hit. The city changed, and so did the hotel. Downtown Los Angeles began to decay, and Skid Row just blocks away grew into one of America's largest homeless populations. Drugs, poverty, and mental illness surrounded the Cecil. A woman threw her newborn baby out of a window. A man slashed his own throat in his room. The hotel's death toll rose so steadily, it earned a nickname, the Suicide Hotel. Inside its walls, tragedies started to unfold. Silent, repetitive, haunting, she was on a solo trip across the West Coast and had been documenting her travels online. But after several days, her family stopped hearing from her. She had vanished. By the 1930s, guests were leaping to their deaths from upper floors. Some ingested poison, others left cryptic suicide notes behind. At first, there was no sign of her. Then, they released the now infamous elevator footage. And then came the monsters. She gestures wildly, as if speaking to an unseen force. Her behavior is disturbing. Some viewers said it looked like a drug-induced state. Access required a ladder, locked doors, and staff knowledge. The autopsy ruled her death an accidental drowning, possibly linked to bipolar disorder. But many questions remain. Others thought she was playing a game. But no one could explain it. He came to Los Angeles to write about crime and prostitution. Hotel guests began complaining of low water pressure and strange-tasting water. Conspiracy theorists linked her death to a tuberculosis outbreak, citing bizarre coincidences. But in the end, even it couldn't give us all the answers. But for many, the rebrand is meaningless. The shadows are still there. The stories are still whispered. The elevator still works. And some pointed fingers at the hotel itself as if it were alive, feeding on pain. Maintenance staff checked the rooftop tanks and found Elisa's body floating inside, naked, decomposed. He checked into the Cecil, and within weeks, at least 3 women were found murdered, all strangled with their own bras. Investigators believe he intentionally chose the Cecil because of its reputation and Ramirez's legacy. In 1985, Richard Ramirez, better known as the Night Stalker, checked into the Cecil. He was a sadistic serial killer, known for invading homes at night, murdering and torturing his victims. Ramirez lived on the 14th floor, reportedly disposing of bloody clothes in the hotel dumpster after his sprays. Other residents claimed they saw him walking through the halls in nothing but underwear, covered in blood, and no one dared question it. Years later, in 1991, another killer arrived, Jack Unterweger, an Austrian journalist who had previously been convicted of murder. But even these horrors weren't enough to prepare the world for what came next. In January 2013, 21-year-old Canadian student Elisa Lam checked into the Cecil Hotel alone. Police began searching the hotel. In the video, Elisa appears paranoid. She presses every button, steps in and out of the elevator, peers around the hallway as if hiding from someone. 2 weeks later, the mystery turned gruesome. The water tank was sealed and alarmed. How did she get on the roof? Why was she naked? Why was the lid closed if she drowned inside? And what, if anything, was she running from in the elevator? The internet exploded with theories. Some claimed murder. Others suggested supernatural involvement. Paranormal investigators flooded the hotel. Netflix's documentary Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, tried to piece it all together. The Cecil closed for renovation in 2017 and reopened as affordable housing in 2021 under a new name, the Stay on Main. And somewhere in those 700 rooms, you might still hear the echoes of those who never checked out. So, what really happened to Elisa Lam? Was it mental illness, foul play, or something far more sinister? You decide. Leave your theory in the comments, and if you want more true stories like this, subscribe because not every haunted place is fiction.